Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll do a video about 3 steps you can use to basically get you unstuck in your web app. So whether you've hit a roadblock in terms of code, stuff like that, or whether your project is becoming too big and you feel like you cannot understand what you're actually doing, it's gonna help you whether you're using AI or not. So let's get right into it. So first thing I want to say is each time you feel like you have basically a roadblock, or even before doing the actual project, what I would suggest is taking time to brainstorm slash schematize. So what I mean by that is using a tool that basically allows you to either do drawings, or if you're more of a text-based person, you can use something like Mermaid.js, UML, Plant UML. When I talk about drawing tools, it could be, Draw.io, Excalibur, Miro, Eraser.io. There's a lot of them out there. But the way I think about it is, I think when you schematize, like everything is happening in your application. So let's say I make an application that basically sends routes for truck drivers, right? So what I would start by doing is doing a schema of like, what's my database going to need to have, right? Are we going to need information about the truck drivers? Are we going to need relations to the truck driver and the client, or the client to let's say an order, and then an order to the truck driver? So all those database relationship. But what I also mean by schematizing is also what you're going to need in terms of pages in your app. So what I love doing is taking a draw.io, for me, taking a draw.io blank canvas, and then build relations to what page do I need to have, what kind of sub pages does it need to have. So let's say I have a page called I don't know, dashboard. Then in dashboard I know that I will need settings, orders, profile, stuff like that. But then in orders I might need another sub page that is called active, finished, or pending, stuff like that. So the whole brainstorming slash schematizing this thing really helps you to kind of structure your application. So when you're building, it actually helps you to create the next task that you know that you need to be doing in order to make your project progress. So that's going to be for the brainstorming slash schematizing. Um, Now, second step would be actually to streamline your project structure. But what I mean by that is, and I especially see a lot of those in the school community that I work that we have. But basically, people, what they'll do is they'll just prompt AI like nonstop. And what happens is a lot of AI tools don't have context over what you want to do or all you want to do it. So what happens is they just keep creating new folders to store the actual like code. So some people I saw that they had like 3 lib directories. So lib without an s, then lib with an s, and then lib with like another name. So I feel like you need to really streamline your project structure. So have a convention from the start. So let's say you keep one folder that does one thing. So one thing I love to do for myself is I especially outline to the AI that I want all my database calls to be in a fashion where it's like lib slash Supabase if I use Supabase, and then every .ts file under that is basically for one table. So every database request to that table is going to go into its specific file, and that helps me to basically know that if I need to look for a database call, I can just go in this file and basically find it. So really structuring your project so that you don't add a lot of bloat is really going to help you, because it's going to reduce technical debt over time. And really it's going to help you if someone like a consultant or stuff like that is going to pick up your project later. Also make sure to keep naming conventions. So this is going to be like, if you are to use components like React components, like don't make a component that has a like lowercase letter starting, and then another one that has an uppercase, or then an uppercase but a lowercase afterwards. So there's different type of case structure, so camel case, stuff like that. So make sure to have your project structured well in your head before you start actually building stuff. Now, the third thing I would do is use AI with care and with guidelines. So it kind of follows up on the streamlining your project structure. But basically, what I mean is creating rule files. This is something I'm a big proponent of, is basically the rule files, Cursor as it, Windsurf as it, any web-based tool also as it. But it's basically a guideline that you give to the AI. So basically it knows like, okay, I should use this folder to put the specific files into my project, or I should add comments or not. I should use this specific UI library to accomplish what I want to do. I should use this basically type of feature to achieve this goal. So it really kind of helps to tell the AI what functionality should it use. Because another example I can give is, in my school community, a lot of people come to see me with their project, and what they'll have is basically a project that has like 3 pages but has like 30 edge functions. And most people don't even know what edge functions are. But when you know what edge functions are and how they work, you know that the more edge functions that you have, the more complexity it adds to your application. Most of the features that are usually used in edge functions by people I see could be used in a simple like database call without having to do edge functions. So it just adds a lot of bloat. And there's the way those tools are built is to basically optimize for using the most less cost effective functionalities of the platform you're using. So when you're building with, let's say, Lovable with Supabase, Lovable will always use edge functions before using very like conservative database calls that are used in the project, because that's how basically they've programmed the AI to tell him to use the most of Supabase, because that's how Supabase makes money, right? When you invoke an edge functions, it counts as one use, and each invocation builds up, and you reach millions pretty fast if you have a good amount of users. So just keep that in check. Make a basically a rule file for the AI of your choice. So if you're still stuck after that, and like you feel you don't have any idea of like how to restructure your project, brainstorm, schematize, stuff like that, you might want to take a look at our school community. So it's the TUNTEX support school community. Basically, for $70 a month, you get unlimited DM access to me. You can ask me any questions. I answer in less than 24 or 48 hours. And this allows you to basically get support. Think of me as a partial CTO, where I can help you. So if you want to, if you are interested into joining the community, you can go check in the description, click the link, and you can actually book a free 15-minute call to check if it suits you. And from there, we can start working together. So I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.